How QC Consigns got started. Well, before we get there, I'm Covardis.
I'm Carlo.
And we're the Lawrences. You want to tell them or you want me to tell it?
I think you should tell them.
Okay.
Better storytelling.
Well, it was a very interesting story. Back in 2013, we had moved to a condominium in Florida, at the time in Fort Myers, Florida. And we were moving from a 3,200 square foot home into an 1,800 square foot condominium. 2 kids, 1 English Mastiff, and a whole lot of stuff, if you can just imagine what that looked like.
Stuff.
And I remember it was shortly after Christmas, so we had extra stuff, extra toys, extra everything. And Carlo said to me, you know, we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with this stuff, else if you don't, I'm going to figure it out, which means I'm either gonna give it away or throw it away.
I meant it.
And he did. And I took him very seriously. And so what ended up happening was I thought to myself, you know what? I've bought things on eBay, so maybe it would be worth selling on eBay. And I figured I'm a pretty smart cookie. I could probably figure out how to do that. So I looked at some YouTube videos, got on eBay, read some of their instructions and information. And I remember setting up, there was a cove in our condo.
Yep.
It's a little cutout in the wall, and it was painted white. And I had a few small things, and I remember it's so funny, putting them in this cove and taking photos with my phone. Nothing special, had no experience about taking photos or anything. And I started listing things on eBay, and days went by, I would list, got a couple of sales. I wasn't really watching how much I was making. I just knew that I needed to get the stuff out of my house. A week went by, I wasn't really paying attention. I just knew I was selling some things. A week went by and I realized I had sold $1,000 worth of merchandise. Well, that was amazing to me. And so as time went by, then I realized, wow, this is addictive. I could actually do this too. I started going around the house, photographing stuff, listing it, and selling it. At one point, the kids started looking for the video games. It was hilarious.
Old books missing.
Clothes missing, shoes missing. But I was selling it, and everyone was going, where is my stuff? And then probably about a few months in, I had made roughly about $8,000. And I had started getting calls from eBay. And Carlo thought that I owed eBay money, and it was a debt collector that was calling instead of them calling about us opening an eBay store. And that was the beginning of our journey.
And I encourage, you have to do this.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes.
Because if you sold that little of stuff and made that amount
Yeah.
of money, if we concentrate our efforts, boom.
And so at that time, I had an executive position in corporate America, and I thought I got enough stress on me as it is. I really don't want to take on now yet another project, but I did it, and it became a real thing. And we named the company originally From Soup to Nuts Consignment. How we came up with that name is because literally we sold anything from soup to nuts, from a light bulb to a diamond ring. We were selling. And at that time, probably about, I would say 75% of the stuff that was on the site at that time on our store was our stuff. 25% was others.
Yes.
And we didn't do any marketing. Our name got out there, and one person told another person, and before you knew it, we had an eBay store. It was called From Soup to Nuts Consignment. And we decided to journey on with the consignment business. We had a 5-year plan. We stuck to that 5-year plan. Fast forward 5 years later, we rebranded ourselves, and that's where QC Consigns was born. And me being Covardis, him being Carlo, it made sense to have the Q and the C. But actually, QC doesn't actually mean Covardis and Carlo. It's not about us, it's about what we do. And it actually means where quality and customer service meet. Our goal with QC Consigns is to always make sure that the individuals that are either selling their consignment items with us through a contract or the buyer who's buying the item, we want to make sure that you're getting the best quality possible and the best customer service. We want every client and we want every buyer to feel unique and special and not just a number to us. But we are really, really thrilled. And we're excited about the next chapter in our journey. We have a lot of opportunity in growing our small family business, and we're really hoping that you look us up on QCConsigns.com or ebay.com/str/QC Consign, no S.
See, you tell the perfect story. I'm telling you.